Hey everybody, welcome back. It is Mob Vlog. Today is April 27th and it's Rednesday. And believe it or not, Red's here today. If you've never been to the channel before, it's the only channel on the internet, on YouTube, that talks about nothing but the Chicago outfit. So, welcome back. It's Mob Vlog. Red Wemette, how are you doing today? And now we can hear you.
My throat is a little bit raspy, but I'm here.
Well, fantastic. It's good to have you with today. And you had me worried for a second there that we weren't going to go on today, but here we are. And today we're talking about how and what influence that the Chicago outfit had on Hollywood, which I think is a fantastic subject, because when you started talking about it the other day and we were going back and forth, I thought, you know what, this is interesting. I think you guys are going to enjoy this today. So I just want to say a couple of quick shout outs and hellos to everybody. Everybody's here today. Scott H., Jim Magnifici, Bobby Bag of Donuts. Bobby Bag of Donuts. Hey guys, Bobby Bag of Donuts actually went on the Vegas Mob Tour yesterday. Hey, welcome back, guys. Mob Vlog. I am here with Bobby Bag of Donuts.
Great show, man. You guys ought to take this tour. It was fantastic. I recommend it 100%.
And Bobby lives in town. How long have you lived here, Bobby?
Been here since 1996.
And did you learn something new today?
Oh yeah, it even tells you stuff not about the tour that you want to know about. Fantastic information. Check it out.
And check this out, Bobby. You got
Belated
me
birthday present.
Belated birthday present. So I'm gonna open this up, and this is you gotta be kidding! This is a bean box. Hell yeah! This is coffee, right?
Coffee and tea.
Coffee and tea.
It's sealed, so.
Bobby, thank you so much,
All
man.
right.
And I'm sorry, you were
My little nephew Steve.
I'm sorry, Steve. Steve enjoyed the hell out of this too.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys got to come out here and do the tour. We'll see you, and be sure to prescribe. Hey, thanks again, Bobby, for coming on the tour and bringing your nephew. It was a lot of fun, and thanks for the bean box. Allie and I opened it up last night, and there's some good stuff in there. Really good. So thanks again. And, all right. So Ricky Delta, Christopher Mims, Brett Scherer, David Grimpy, Gompf, William Kirchmayer, and Frank the German. We have a new member of the channel. We have our own Frank the German now, and he's from Germany. Yeah. Isn't that great? Brian Glade, all of you guys, Scott, Luminous Grin, Pete Byron. It's good to have all you guys with us. Outfit Boss, Greg Hart. Welcome aboard, guys. Hello to everyone. BSJ. It's good to have all of you with us. Chris Edmondson. All of you. Wow, there's so many. Jarko. Loa. Loa's new. I hope you're safe and sound too, Loa. Tim Halverson. Good to see you. 1965 from Chicago, living in East Texas. Naradin, 1965. Frank Ferraro, all of you guys, it's welcome in. So today we're talking about East
Tennessee, not East Texas. East Tennessee.
Oh, did I say East Texas? My
Yes.
brain, it's not. Yeah, my brain's going too fast right now. I need more coffee.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Need teepee for my bunghole. William Kirchmeyer, Scott H. I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole. Oh, you guys are all here. Awesome. So here's
And
what
Bill is here too from Wisconsin.
From Wisconsin. Yes. Bill has the funny hat. He sent me a picture.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say funny hat. It's a VFW hat. He's a good guy.
You don't see him that often anymore.
No, you don't. You don't. When I was a kid, I used to see him all the time in the walls at the VFW. You know, the pictures of everybody. But all right. So Red doesn't know Beavis and Butthead, Joey Ayupa.
No.
You don't know Beavis and Butthead?
No.
Red? Oh my God. He doesn't know Beavis and Butthead. Oh, geez. I need little clips now to play. I'm going to grab clips. This is going to be funny. So, hey, Big Tuna, everybody, it's good to have you guys all here, and especially Red. So, Red, tell me, How come so few mob movies have been made about the Chicago outfit? This is what started this whole conversation off.
Well, basically, they controlled Hollywood, and they never wanted anything brought on heat on them. So several attempts were made at doing a movie on Tony Accardo, and that was with Robert De Niro. It got trashed. It got totally trashed. De Niro even got beat up by somebody, and he quit the project, and then the project went up to Canada, and they were going to do it up there, but it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Nothing has ever been made. They don't want to make anything there. And they've had control of the Hollywood studios for I don't know how long, a long time. It started way, way back with Paul Ricca and Frank Nitti years ago. They controlled it by the unions. And it started out with the Motion Picture Projectionists Union. And then it went to another union, the Electricians Union. So everything on the set had to be union. So they controlled it through the unions.
Got it. So, and I think it's interesting because the mob the outfit was such a secretive organization that even controlling the movie studios is you aren't going to make movies about our organization. Whereas they were doing that in New York, but even when they did that with The Godfather, they got pushback, didn't they, from New York?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That's one of Johnny Russo's stories, though, and I don't know if it's accurate or not, but evidently they did.
It's interesting. Well, you never know what comes out of that guy's mouth.
No, I don't.
You just don't know.
Did Tony Pentacolo know Sid Korshak? It's documented that he did. You look it up on the internet, you'll find out it's a fact.
Sidney Korshak.
An attorney, Hollywood attorney. He's part of the Fix-It days. He fixed things also. He represented stars. He represented a lot of people. Very mystique. A lot of presence in Las Vegas.
Okay.
He's part of Las Vegas history.
The name sounds familiar. I have to look that up. And
there's not too much about him.
No?
Very difficult to get a picture of Sid.
Jim Yeager, thanks for that question. Sidney Korshak, lawyer. Feeling all right, Red?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, so Jonah Hill's supposed to play the fixer Sidney Korshak in a limited series. Just thought I'd throw that out there because since we're talking Sidney Korshak. And Chicago Sun-Times did an article on this. This was in 2021, May 24th, 2021. Jonah Hill said to play lawyer Sidney Korshak in a limited series by The Departed. Writer William Monahan. A lawyer from this series. Script for The Departed. It's being shopped in studios and TV outlets. Believed to have been connected to powerful mob figures, Korshak denied any ties in a 1950 congressional hearing. The California Organized Crime Commission included him in a list of organized crime players in 1978. He died in 96 in his Beverly Hills home in California, one day after the death of his brother, former state Illinois. Damn, ads just popped up. His former state Illinois Senator Marshall Korshak. Hill, who made his name as a comedic actor in the film Superbad, Knocked Up. Oscar-winning, award-winning Moneyball. Yeah. Okay, so interesting. Maybe they're going to be doing something. So Joe Colombo dictated terms to Coppola on The Godfather, according to Don Ciccio di Porzalo. So he dictated terms to Coppola, I guess, is what they're saying here. There's a book on Sidney. Ricky Delta says he has the book on Sidney Korshak. So a great book to read, Super Mob, How Sidney Korshak and his criminal associates became America's hidden power brokers. Sounds like The Fixers. You guys, if you see the television show Ray Donovan, okay, on Amazon Prime, I'm telling you what, can't hear you, Red. I'm telling you, man, that show is crazy. I mean, crazy. It's
How's that?
I can hear you.
Okay, I had the mic turned off.
Okay. So yeah, that Ray Donovan show's awesome. I started binging through it. Starting
It's excellent. It's excellent.
Starting last Wednesday. I'm already in the 4th season of the damn thing. Allie's having to catch up with me on it right now because I'm just going through it. But what a damn cool show about a guy in Hollywood who's, it's what he does. He goes around and he fixes the things, when this guy gets caught doing this and make it look bad, and everything's it's a good show. All right. So
very close to Tony Pelicano's life.
Well, yeah, there you go. Right. So, except, it's a little different.
It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. It's pretty interesting though. It's a really fun show. So, so the Road to Perdition. Now that was based about Chicago, and that was based on true.
Nothing. It wasn't based on fact, but it had whoever did it did a lot of research.
Okay.
Because there was somebody that did exactly what he did.
Gotcha.
Which was Tom Hanks. But there was somebody. There was an Irish faction of the mob at that time, as we all know. Mm-hmm. I think we all know anyway. And it goes all the way back to Jack McGurn, Machine Gun McGurn. There were certain people that were absorbed into the Capone family, so to speak. Family, outfit? Wasn't a family, it was an outfit. Like Capone said in his own words, we don't have a family here. We have an outfit. My outfit. That was his own words.
Interesting. Yeah. So Scott H is saying Joe Colombo made them remove the word mafia from the Godfather script.
That's a fact.
Really?
Yeah.
So don't say that word during the movie, in the movie at all.
That's a fact. Just like very much is a fact with a Casino where they didn't mention the names of the actual persons in the movie.
Right.
In the book they did, but not in the movie.
Right. They changed it. Well, they do that for legality reasons.
Well, I think
right.
I think anything that's changed and called Mr. X or they give him a different name, it's for legality reasons. They don't want to get the lawsuits and everything else and tie up their production. After all, they're in business to make money.
Right. Big Tuna, there were scenes filmed in Lockport for Road to Perdition. Yeah.
There were. I looked up all the scenes. I wanted to see where all the scenes were. Mm-hmm. And some, like the home that they used, was used for something else. The one scene where Paul Newman was in the home, and I believe his name was, I forgot his name, but that home was actually rented and used for something else also. And it was a very nice home, very elegantly done. And the scene on the beach, that's at the Indiana Dunes, right on Lake Michigan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. All of it was done right there. Some of it was done in Lockport, out by Joliet and Lockport area. Yeah. The farms out there. Mm-hmm. That one farmhouse is out there. It's out there in Lockport, I believe.
Says in Wikipedia, it says Mendez sought to produce a period film that would avoid cliches in the gangster genre. He chose to film Road to Perdition on location in Chicago, Illinois, including downtown at the University Club of Chicago, the Chicago neighborhood of Pullman. Yeah, the Pullman district that's old school. The Charles G. Dawes House in Evanston, Illinois, as well as the far west suburb of Geneva, Illinois.
Yes.
Gerald.
Not only that diner that they had that was like a railroad car, that was brought from New Jersey or somewhere up in New Jersey and brought all the way down to Chicago for that film.
Wow.
They bought it for that film.
Wow.
But it's a very good film. I watched it again last night. I liked it.
Yeah?
I watched it again last night. Always good like it.
General Jones Armory, the state's largest location mainstay, which houses units of the Illinois National Guard, was provided to the studio by the Illinois State Film Commission. Sets were built inside the Armory, including interiors of the Sullivan's family home and the Rooney Mansion. The availability of an inside location provided the crew complete control over the lighting environment, which was established with the rigging of scaffolds. But they can film just about anywhere, to use something as a sound stage, it seems. Get creative, You got to get creative. Yeah. So you say they had control of the theaters and the projections unions, and how did that play into it? I mean, they'd say we aren't going to roll this or show this if it's not done according, or hurt the studios that way, or how would that work?
Basically, I'd say 25% of the studios collectively owned real estate. And that was the theaters that were in major theaters or major cities throughout the United States. And we're talking about Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're talking about Chicago. We're talking about New York. These theaters were owned by MGM. They were owned by RKO. They were owned by every studio. They had a name on it. Chicago had a lot of names on their theaters where it said the RKO and it said the Oriental, RKO Oriental, and some other things. But what happened was they decided that if they controlled the operators, the projectionist union, you couldn't operate a projection unless you were in the union. And if they controlled that union, they could shut down the show. You can't show the film.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they got their foot in the door with that one, they went a little bit further. They went to the electricians. And then they went out west to California, where the major studio plots were. And they kind of forced them to have union everything. Union plumbers, union this, union that. So they could, if they called a wildcat strike, they could shut down the studio for months and months and months. And that's the way they controlled Hollywood.
That's pretty crazy. Good question, Red. Where did it just go? Oh yeah, Brian Glade. How about Robert Conrad being so close to the Spilatros? How did that happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. I never found out.
No?
Nobody ever mentioned it, and I never asked.
It always seems, though, that these guys, I mean, even if it's a movie stars, going all the way back to Bugsy Siegel, they wanted to hang around Bugsy Siegel, Rosemary Clooney and all of the George Raft, which he knew back from New York. And then it's like they want to be around him. There's a weird allure, right, to that. I mean, even like even with Frank Collada, Justin Bieber wants to, can I get a picture with Frank Collada? Frank Stallone, all these, different people who are, I want to be around, why?
Well, a lot of big mobsters were celebrities, so to speak. They were in the papers all the time. There was always something happening with them. So some people today, they might want to get a selfie with them,
Yeah.
But in those days, an autograph or something like that, they thought, well, I may burn out. I'm like Justin Bieber. What do you hear about him now? About
Not
Justin
a lot.
Bieber?
I don't know a lot.
He was 10 years they're up there, and all of a sudden they're gone. And people that have their autographs, they knew him, or they got their autographs anyway.
Yeah.
And it was the same with the mob guys. But some people just didn't want to be in the limelight. There's some people that just didn't want to be in the limelight. I could not see anyone going up to Joey Yupa when I saw him in the MGM Grand in Cicero, on Cicero Avenue, and say, "Can I have your autograph?" 4 people would have dragged that guy outside and beat him to death.
Yeah, right.
This didn't happen. He didn't want to be famous.
Yeah, John Calgairos. It's smart to stay out of the spotlight. Chicago did. It's unlike the New York mob, couldn't stay out of the spotlight.
You're right, John.
Yeah, but staying out of the spotlight. I think they learned their lesson after Al Capone, right? I know what I mean.
You think he kind of learned his lesson, but he didn't.
Well, that's true. Yeah. In the marriage scenes, I'm in The Godfather, Don Ciccio di Porzala saying half of the guests were Colombo soldiers in
They
the
were.
wedding scenes. Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty damned
That's a
interesting.
documented fact.
Yeah. Grandin Noble, this show seems more tamed. Bring back Spilatro. Don't get me started. Don't even get me fired up. Oh man.
Brian Glade is a good question here.
Go for it. Was Frankie Valli connected?
If you watch the movie, what's the name of the movie? It's on Netflix series. Might be on Amazon Prime right now. It's called not the Four Seasons. It's called The Jersey Boys. Clint Eastwood produced it. It shows his connection. It shows his connection to the mob in New Jersey. And actually, that movie is based on fact or series, and it's really good. I liked it. He said there was only 3 ways out of the neighborhood. Either you became famous and did something, or you became went in the military, or you got killed. That was the only 3 ways to get out of the neighborhood. And he had a sponsor that really pushed him through. Frankie Valli did.
Who's Luca Brasi?
I have no idea who that character was.
Brasi, maybe.
He was in The Godfather. He was the one that was a big man, and I believe he went in to see, at the bequest of Don Corleone, he went in to see Bruno Tattaglia, and he said hi, and somebody grabbed. He didn't go long. They offered him $50,000 to start with to join their family, and he says, and he pulls out his cigarettes, and he says, I have to think about it in Italian, right? And then somebody puts his hand on the table. They slap his hand, takes a knife, puts it through his hand, so he's on the bar. So he's to the bar, and then somebody comes around and grots him. And later on in the movie, when he was supposed to be very powerful, very, very powerful man, hitman.
Luca Brasi. I was right the first time. It's Brasi.
Yes, it is.
Don Ciccio di Porzalo.
Luca.
Thank you. Luca Brasi.
That's who he was.
Sleeping with the fishes. Luca.
Yeah, that's because they had he put on a bulletproof vest before he went to see these guys and everything else. And they sent the vest over to the house afterwards, and they had fish in it. And
okay.
I think it was Michael's brother. I can't. James Caan that turned around and says, "What's this shit?" And he said, Tessio turned around and says, "That means Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes. He's dead. He's in the water."
Yeah. Loa, can you ask Red? We all hear about Teamsters and dock unions, but does the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, the UFCW, have a history with the outfit? If so, any details?
I don't know. I don't know if they do. I have no idea.
Speaking, since we're talking unions and all, with the studios and projections union and electricians union and all, it's does the Teamsters have any involvement in the movies?
Every union that was involved with like the projections union, all those unions were attached to the Teamsters. So it made Jimmy Hoffa very instrumental through this whole thing. They used him. Don't forget, if you had the truck drivers strike or somebody don't deliver to that address.
Right. Well, hell, even Benjamin Siegel, he was in charge of the extras union, the extras union in Los Angeles, and he would threaten the studios. When he especially was building the Flamingo, he needed building materials because World War II, the supplies were low. So he would go to the studios and he'd said, "Send me all the pipe that you have in your set, or all the extras are walking out today." And they did. He had them walk out on them too. So it's The mob's been involved with movies since the beginning. Making movies. I mean, it's
But Chicago really controlled it. They really did.
Glad to have you with us, John Cooley Jr., William Mossy. Good to have you in the room. It's all of you guys. Great to see you. And the other day I had a couple come on the tour all the way from Michigan. They're upper Michigan, Marine. Matter of fact, we were sitting there waiting for some other people to join us on the tour. And I called Red on the phone and they talked for a few minutes. So Luke, Marissa, thanks for taking the Vegas Mob Tour. Welcome back, everybody. Adam Flowers here with Mob Vlog. I got Luke and Marissa all the way from Milwaukee out here doing the Mob Tour. What'd you guys think?
It was great.
It was awesome.
It really
Highly
was.
recommend.
What was your favorite part?
Probably the house from Casino.
The house from Casino?
House from Casino.
This was 2.5 hours. How long did it feel?
10 minutes.
Yeah. Half an hour, something like that.
It was really good. Yeah.
It flies by, right?
Yeah,
It flies by. You guys got to do it while you're in town. Take it from them. Come on.
I loved all the Vegas history too. That was not so much mob stuff also. There's a lot more history on here than just mafia history.
Yeah. I love the Frank videos. Those were great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, so much for doing this. And you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Milwaukee, not Michigan. I meant Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's the other side of the lake. Yeah. So,
Yeah, you bet it is. It's right above Chicago.
Oh, Scott
Nice
H. They look like normal people. Yes, that's
Midwest
right.
people. That's all.
William Kirchmeyer. Milwaukee is not yet part of Michigan. Come on, Adam. Hey, listen, guys, you gotta give it to me. I'm human here, and an idiot. So.
Jim Jagger. I gotta say something, Jim Jagger here. Aside from this, local 110 in Chicago was once believed to be. Yes, you're right, Jim. It was, and Jim, thank you very much for the email. And I don't know if I'd want to call Sammy Sokola and say, "Hey, it's Red Wemette. I want to talk to you on the show." I just don't think it'd work. I don't think Sammy would like it.
Huh. Red, do you know what you get when you cross a drug cartel and a Chicago outfit boss?
No.
Probably killed.
Yeah.
William Mossy, yes, we're streaming on both channels. As a matter of fact, after the show today, which we do every week, we do an after show, and Red and I sit and we talk, and it's just an open forum about basically anything, kind of what this is right here. But today we're gonna do it, and we're gonna stream it on both channels for the first time. We're gonna see if we get see what kind of crowd we pull in today. So we're gonna do that on both after. So how do you rate the new movie, The Outfit? John Cooley Jr. So. I watched it. Did you, Red?
Refresh my memory. I've watched so many organized crime.
It's a brand new movie. Did you see it in the last month? They
No.
call it The Outfit. Okay, so it's about a tailor, a guy who has a tailor shop. We were talking about this.
Yeah, I saw
Anthony
excerpts of it. I saw excerpts of it in previews. I did not see it.
Okay, so I started watching it, and I thought it was pretty good. I haven't finished it though, John Cooley Jr. So, what did you think of it though? Would love to hear your thoughts. I watched about half of it, and I think it's pretty damn good so far. So, but I got stuck on the damn Ray Donovan, and I got sucked into that thing, man. And I'm like, I lost like 35 hours of my life watching that. Yeah. So.
That is one of the things that happens to me. I never used to like episodes.
Right.
And all of a sudden, when I started watching ones that caught my interest, it's like I binge watch them.
Like Squid Games.
Yeah. I watched, I was going to watch the one. I watched the whole thing all the way through.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Yes. 4, 5, 6.
But bitch of it is when you find something that's got 7 seasons already produced. Yeah, sit there and you're like, I can't stop. Is this movie streaming or theaters only? I think that The Outfit is streaming, but I'm going to double check that for you guys. The Outfit 2022 is
What's it
streaming. It's available on YouTube for $19.99, Amazon Prime for $19.99, Google Play Movies for it's $20 to watch it, guys.
Okay,
So you might want to wait. I mean,
that's cheaper than going to a theater.
unless you got a VPN and you want to get on a torrent and you want to download the thing, illegally, you could do that too. But I don't do that. Not that I would ever do that. I don't do that. Just saying. It's just some people do. Not me though. No way. So, guys, did the mob? Did the mob have New York? Did the mob in New York have input control when Donnie Brasco was made?
I have no idea.
No clue. Yeah. James Taglia went and saw it in the theater. Very cool. What'd you think of it? Put your comments in there. What you guys thought of that? Is it worth watching? Everybody else is asking, wanting to know. So I thought it was pretty good. But Brian Glade's talking about the new 2-part documentary on the Gacy tapes. Speaking of things,
I watched that last night. And I found it to be ridiculous because one of the victims in that was a son of a lady that I knew, Alice DeRocher. And I was trying to find out where Alice is now. She's alive. But she actually was there for the execution. And they didn't bring her name up at all. She wasn't in it. Good documentary, but some of it was out of line. Wasn't in with the facts. And if you weren't from Chicago, you wouldn't know it. You really wouldn't know it. That was a very important case with me because it was during the 70s and it was all over the news. And Gacy had been in my neighborhood several times. So I remember the kid. I remember the kid that they had on there. I can't remember his name right now. He from last night, but he was on there and they had photographs of him. He was picked up in Lincoln Park, which is right maybe 5 blocks away from me, right? And he didn't have any clothes on, and he'd been raped by Gacy. And what happened was the 18th District Tactical Team picked him up, and they brought him back to the station, and they just figured, well, it's another gay, whatever, 2 lovers, whatever, and they kicked him out. And he then went to a lawyer, and they hunted Gacy down. And that was way back in 1976 before anything happened, where he was, I guess it was the priest kid that was out in Des Plaines that kind of got him interested in the case that much. But it was way, way back a couple of years before that this happened, and the police did nothing. They absolutely did nothing.
Genetic memory farms. See, or you can legally stream it from a pirate site and not waste your space with a download of a movie you might watch once. Just learn to use the internet hygiene and nothing has to be downloaded. You illegal people, you're all illegal. All these crazy ideas of stuff.
Brian, you're right. That was his name, Jeffrey Ringwald. That was his name. I felt very sorry for him.
29 below, Jeffrey Ringwald, 29.
He was the guy that was found in Lincoln Park. And
Yeah,
the cops found him. I knew that too.
Don Ciccio di Porzalo, 2 bosses, Al Pilato and Vince Solano, headed unions. Vince, local 1 of the labor's union, and Al, local 5.
That's correct.
Rich,
I knew Vince Solano. I used to see Vince Solano over by jail. He was always by Kozo's place where we met.
Before we met. Gacy insisted he wasn't gay. 27 plus male bodies under his house. Did he seriously? He says he wasn't gay.
Here's what he said. These were tapes that they played, actual tapes. And here's what he said. Homosexual is one category. They exclusively like men alone. Heterosexual is like strictly females. And so he said, I wasn't gay because I liked having sex with both men and women. And he said, That put me in a whole different category. He said, so to say I was gay is wrong. Because he had relations with both sexes.
Okay.
He actually produced 2 biological children.
Richard Spilatro, the Milwaukee police did the same with the 14-year-old who escaped and returned to Dahmer, who killed him little after his return.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. They did the same thing.
What do you mean?
They thought it was a lover's quarrel, and this kid had a hole drilled in his head.
Oh, yeah. Right, I've heard that. Right. Oh, that's crazy, huh?
Terrible things happen.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, the cops took a kid back to him that escaped. The same with Dahmer. It's just nuts. It's nuts.
I believe that was in the days. I think times have changed somewhat since then, but that was in the days where they just didn't want to deal with homosexuals, period. They just didn't want to deal with them.
What do you get if you cross a Chicago outfit boss, John Wayne Gacy, and the Yakuza?
And the Yakuza? I have no idea.
You get your entire family murdered, man.
I would bet.
All right. So Gacy was scary.
Their whole bloodline is wiped out.
I was spooked when I went to Chicago as a kid with my parents. Tommy Bridges said, I guess he saw him. William Mossy, there is a gay rapist serial killer just near me in London. Dennis Nielsen, creepy. Wow, Will Mossy, that's over there across the pond.
I've never understood about how any gender could rape. I just don't understand. They say it's a power thing. I just never understood it. I don't know why men rape women, or men rape men, or women rape women, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. Rape is, I don't know, it's a strange crime. Very strange crime. I've never understood the psychology of it.
It's a power thing, isn't it?
That's what I would guess, but that's what they say about pedophiles too. They say it doesn't make any difference whether they're male or female, whatever. If they're a pedophile, they're a pedophile.
Scott H says that he's bi. Keith Elton, bipolar.
I've heard that before. Somebody that I know said to me, "Oh, I'm bi," and her brother-in-law turned around and said, "Yeah, she's bi, all right. She's bipolar."
Brian Glade, I believe Gacy was homosexual, and every time he picked up a young man, he'd get disgusted by his actions, kill them, and then continue on.
That's what they would make you believe in the series. That's what they would make you believe in the series. I think it was rejection. They saw this big fat man. They were young, slim, virile males or youths, and they would reject him. And after they rejected him, he would kill them.
Well, Gacy wasn't gay and Dahmer wasn't the vegetarian, right?
You got that right.
Hey, what does Jeffrey Dahmer have for dessert? Ben and Jerry's.
Ow.
Oh man. I tell you about the guy who got his tongue cut out by the mafia.
I don't remember.
Never mind. It's a tasteless joke. Outfit boss. He was looking for a different type of hole-in-one. Why was Al Pilato shot on a golf course? He was looking for a different type of hole-in-one. No, seriously. Why? What's going on here? Hold on.
That was a botch job. They actually solved it too. I remember when it happened. It was something that I don't know the real reason. I'm not sure.
Tedford Von Patriot. Yes, member for 19 months. I see a scroll up, Tedford. I might have missed a comment, though. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. That's all I have to say about that. The joke's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Thanks, Otto. Appreciate that.
Automobile, how you doing, buddy?
Did you hear about the mafia goon who cross-dressed as a female servant?
No, I never have.
He was a maid man. A maid.
MAID, right? Okay. Here we go.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. BDK from Wichita. We have somebody. It's good to have you guys all in here. Herman Mudgett, Anthony. Keith Helton. No idea, guys. How you know Jeffrey Dahmer smoked? They found butts behind his couch. Bobby Bag of Donuts is hilarious. We're on the tour yesterday. And we're talking about Ernie DeVino, the Hole in the Wall gang, and I'm going through my script on it, and he's sitting back there. He said, "You know why Ernie got fired from the massage parlor? Because he rubbed somebody the wrong way." Oh fuck! This guy's funny.
Bobby Bag of Donuts, you got a sense of humor that I love.
BTK, bind, torture, and kill. BTK. Okay. That's interesting. Two mafia hitmen are walking deep in a forest, and one in the middle of the night. The other one said, "I got to admit, I'm scared out here." You say, "You're scared? I got to walk back alone." Gunsmoke the Don. We all miss Frank Collada. A lot of Collada. What do you call a blind German? A Nazi. Wow. Hey, this has been fun, Red. I'm having a blast. Ted Bundy quit smoking several days after they unplugged him. Jesus. What happened, by the way? So with the studios in Chicago keeping the movies out, they did The Thief.
Well, that wasn't based on anybody that was high up, That wasn't based on any of the bosses. That was a
low level, right? Low level
thief. They're going to do a thief. What they do? Peanuts. Peanuts want to do a movie on himself. Peanuts Pansco. I'm sure Frank Collada wouldn't have minded him doing a movie on his life as a thief. When it's over, it's over. Bosses are not over. They don't quit. It seems. Look at Accardo. Tony Accardo. He kept coming back as an intern boss. Jackie Cerrone kept coming back as an intern boss.
Okay. Don Ciccia, rumor was Pilot may testify against Tony Accardo. The hit was given to Sam Guzino, who gave it to his son-in-law, Danny Bounds. The kid botched it and flipped. They killed Sam after that.
I've heard that story.
Rumor was, I can't understand the beginning. Rumor was Pilot. There's a typo.
They were doing the pilot. The
pilot was made to No. This is something. Don, you got to rewrite that in there. Pilato, that's what I think. Al Pilato. Al Pilato may testify against Tony Accardo. Rumor was Pilato may testify against Tony Accardo. The hit was given to Sam Guzino, who gave it to his son-in-law, Danny Bounds. The kid botched it and flipped. They killed Sam after that. Could be.
People mix things up. I mixed something up recently, Adam, if I can take a second. Yeah. I mixed something up recently. There's this young man he's 50, by the name of Chuck. And I accidentally said, when I was talking to Scott Bernstein on an interview, I said that I knew him. He asked me a question that had like 5 questions in one thing. Yeah. And I went on and on. Yeah. because I was trying to get to the meaty question about Joey Lombardo. I was wrong.
Everybody makes a mistake. It's not a big deal. Not
Chuck,
a big
you
deal.
have to forgive me someday. Hi,
So,
Pam. How you doing? Pam Rudnick.
hey, Pam Rudnick. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Pam.
Bobby Coots. I thought there was supposed to be a movie coming out about the time Tony Accardo's house was robbed and the fallout from it. That'd be a great movie.
There was talks about it. There was talks about doing that. I don't know if it's going to get. There's scripts out there, but I don't know if it'll ever get done. Sean Pender, you're right. It was in Crete. It was in Crete, Illinois that happened with El Pilato.
Oh, that's where he got shot in Crete, huh?
It was really a screwed up murder, man.
Oh yeah, what happened?
They crept up on him with 45s, nice and loud, right? And they had a getaway car waiting, and I guess he ducked and rolled, and golf courses are sometimes hilly, and these guys slipped and fell in the wet grass and everything else, and they escaped. They basically escaped, but you don't escape the mob. You may escape the police, but not the mob.
Yeah. You know why there's no Jehovah's Witnesses in Italy?
It's got to be a good place to live, but go ahead and tell me.
Mafia doesn't like witnesses.
Now I know where to tell them all to move.
Randy Rhodes. What's up, Adam and Red from Canada? What's going on, Randy? It's good to have you with us from Canada. I love Canada. That's our biggest state. I like the way they spell Canada. Canada, eh? Oh, come on. It's good to have you. I hope it's not too cold where you are, Randy. Yeah. Hey, guys, hit the like button. I haven't said it the whole episode. Smash the like button. Be sure to hit the like button. Give it a thumbs up, okay, guys? The land alone's worth $10 million, Scott H. said.
Wow.
Oh, Canada. Al Capone's house in Palm Beach is up for $15 million, but they say that the land is worth $10 million in itself. I heard that somebody's going to buy the house and then tear it down, Al Capone's house.
Yeah, it's really
small. I heard that it was gone. Somebody else was going to buy it. Now it's for sale again.
It's really small. Well, the guy wanted to run tours through it, and they wouldn't let him run tours through it.
John Apollo, we did do a video on Rush Street Crew and Little Caesar DeVarco and Ken Eto. I believe that all was encompassed in one episode. Go check it out. It's maybe about 6 or 8 months ago we did that. Maybe a little longer. You believe we're doing this long? Sitting here talking every week?
It was about a year ago, Adam.
Unbelievable, man. Oh, boy. How can you tell if there's an Italian at the cockfight? He brings a duck. How can you tell if there's a Sicilian at the cockfight? He bets on the duck. How can you tell if the mafia is at the cockfight? The duck wins. Oh, man. What do you get if you cross the Italian mafia and the Russian mafia? You get thrown in a lake.
Okay.
All right. Maybe they'll build another red house. LOL. Why does Jehovah Witness like Halloween? I don't know, Pam. Why does Jehovah Witness like
Tell us, Pam. Tell us, Pam.
Up all night greasing his zipper.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Oh, Will Mossy. Red, did you see the connections between Chicago or did you see connections between Chicago and LA families? Missed if you mentioned it already. Fratiano and Roselli both transferred between the families. Lots of ties discussed in the Fratiano books.
Yes.
Fratiano's book.
And we controlled California and LA. And Fratiano, I don't know. I guess he screwed up out there. He was put on the hit parade. But during my tenure, we always knew I was going to California. That was a ruse that I was going to move out to California and open up bigger businesses than what I had. And I was always told that if I needed any help out there, to see Joey Hansen out of Scottsdale, or Scottsdale. So there was a very big presence out there, and it was very well known to me that if I had any problems in anything that I did with a New York family or somebody else, somebody tried to put the arm on me, just to reach out.
Miss Can't Be Wrong. Glad that you found us by accident. It's good to have you with us.
Yes.
We're on every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And all we talk about is the Chicago outfit. Whatever happened to Al Pilato? Nicholas Como is wondering.
I don't know either. I
Don
think he went
Di Porzalo. You know what happened to Al Pilato? He would know. That's why the Sicilian bet on the duck. See? That's why. Hey, what's the Mafia's favorite carnival game? Whack-a-mole.
Hey, okay.
All of a sudden, Red got a little uncomfortable. You guys all feel that? You guys all feel that? Red got a little uncomfortable there. I shall subscribe. No, around here, Miss Can't Be Wrong, we prescribe. So be sure to prescribe.
Thank you for coming in, though. We really like it. You come to our after show. That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll be around in the after show too. We're gonna do it on this channel as well for the first time, just for the hell of it. Why not? Al did his time. He got out and he died of natural causes. He's a stand-up guy. Thanks, Don. I knew he would know. Don's from around that area. So, well, yeah, Red.
Rhonda, I haven't seen you before. Glad to see you in here.
Rhonda Moretti. Great show, guys. Thanks. Hey, thanks, Rhonda. Glad that you're hanging around, and it's good to have you with us. So, good old Southern gal, originally from North Carolina. Really? Well, it's good. That's we have such an eclectic group of people that like to watch this. It's just
I think we've got people from every state in the United States that watch us, and I think there's people from Australia that watch us, New Zealand that watch us, Ireland, United Kingdom, which is Britain, Great Britain, Scotland. We've had people from everywhere. I think it's great.
Yeah, no, all over.
I love all you guys. I love all you guys, really.
Did you ever hear the Midget Mafia, Red?
Okay, I'm waiting for this one.
They do everything. I mean, everything under the table. Didn't Capone die in the Florida house? Sean Pender, didn't he die in the Florida house down there when he was released and he was down there living out the last years of his life, or did he end up dying in the hospital?
No, he died in the house. He died in the house.
Okay.
They had nurses coming in to take care of him. He had a doctor that was on call all the time. And I guess he was emaciated. They didn't show any photographs of him at the end.
Oh, yeah, no?
No.
He died of cardiac arrest after suffering a stroke.
He had several of those. He had several strokes.
Yeah, that's tax evasion, failing health and death. Baltimore, his physician in Baltimore, psychiatrist, examined him and concluded that Capone had the mentality of a 12-year-old child. He spent the last years of his life in his mansion on Palm Island, Florida, spending time with his wife and grandchildren. June 21st, 47, he had a stroke. January 21st, 47, he had a stroke. January 22nd, cardiac arrest. January 25th, surrounded by his family in his home, Capone died as his heart failed. So there we go.
PAB, I got an answer for your question. Wait,
what's the question? Hold on. Wait.
The question is, hey, Red, do they call your siblings green or blue? Is there a blue Wemette or a green Wemette? LOL. No, there was only one sibling, my sister, and believe me, they didn't call her blue at all. And she wasn't called green either.
No, her name was Violet.
No, her name was Louise.
It was Amber. Amber.
I like your joke, though, guy. I like it.
He was never with Syphilis McGuire. He was never with Syphilis McGuire. Keith Helton.
People are trying to make jokes here.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Capone. We're back to that. Capone. It's really nice. It was renovated. Scott H says that it was. I heard that Marilyn Monroe was sent to Hollywood by a Carter with orders that she was to be made a star. She certainly was involved with connected guys after.
That's not true.
No?
No. She was from Illinois, and she actually went out there. She got her big debut, I think, in being a centerfold for Playboy magazine.
Okay.
She was the first centerfold on the first edition of Playboy magazine. And after that, it was like, I don't know, she got an agent. And whoever her agent was put her in touch with New York. And then she went to California.
So, you know who the kinkiest member of the Chicago outfit was?
I've heard so many.
Do you know who the kinkiest one was, though, Red? The one who slept with the fishes. Oh, tell the Tom Cruise story, Red.
Oh, which one?
I don't know, man. The one that Anthony Martini.
I remember I saw him at the one I saw Tom at Second City Workshop. It was like 2 doors away from me on Wells Street. And it was wintertime, and a friend of mine came in from California, and he was an agent. He was he signed people, a talent agent.
Yeah.
And so he was looking for talent. He went to Second City Workshop. He went to a place called Zany's Comedy Club. And so there was this chubby kid trying to do stand-up comedy in the back. And we looked at him, and he said, "We make the stars." That's what he told me. He said, "We make them. They're just the meat in the sandwich. We actually make them, you know." And I said, "Yeah, try and make one out of him." And he turned around and he says, "I could do it." And he went over and talked to him. He was only 17 years old at the time. And he lived in Wemette, Illinois. I wonder what the hell you're doing. So he lived in Wemette.
I have to turn on my other monitor. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He lived in Wemette, Illinois. And Dick went up to his family, and they signed a contract. And the contract that they signed, he was supposed to lose 45 pounds or something like that in a short period of time. Well, he did. He lost the weight, and he guaranteed him a picture to be in a picture later on. It was a B-rated picture. Mm-hmm. It wasn't going to be an A-rated picture. In between that time, he was in different pictures in bit parks, 1 or 2. But he did get his own movie, and it was called Risky Business. And instead of being a B-rated, it came out, it did very well. They made a fortune on it. There was a scene in there where Tom Cruise had lost all this weight and everything, and he comes sliding out in his BVDs and a t-shirt, and he was holding a microphone saying rock and roll, these good old rock and roll times or whatever. Just, he wasn't really in a mic. He was just, there was the music going on in the background. So when he did, they wanted to cut that scene, and he was adamant about it. He said, "I lost all this weight. I look real good." And he said, "I'm not doing it." So they kept the scene in. And it was a good decision by the editors. It really was. He won. And look at him now.
Yeah, look at him now. Little Miss can't be wrong. So, Little Miss can't be wrong. You're commenting here. Sorry, guys. I'm just putting the link to the after party in the description right now, so you guys can click on the link below to go to it, because we're going to wrap this up. It was rumored Al Capone contracted syphilis as a young man in his 20s. I wonder if that was true. From what I read and understood, didn't he get it in a work while he's working as a bouncer in a brothel?
Yes.
In his 20s?
Yes, it is true. As a matter of fact, he went to the doctor about it, and there wasn't anything they could do about it. They didn't know what to do for it.
Miss can't be wrong. Oh, my dirty mind when you said kinky. Well, Miss can't be wrong. You sound like you belong right here with this channel. Believe me, if the gutter's closed and your mind has nowhere to live, this is the place for you right here. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, they were in the Appalachian. Red got Tom Cruise's start on a bet, no less.
Yes. And the guy won't even say hi to me. Period.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Red got the guy his start on a bet. Man. William Kirchmeyer, panty liners are fish wrap. Okay. Homan Sanders, Little Miss can't be wrong. If she did have an odor issue, plenty of guys slept with her. I heard that. Oh, I heard that about Marilyn Monroe. Is that what you guys are talking about, right?
Yes.
In here? Okay. I'm just because you guys always got something going on in the side comments, and if I get distracted with something, I miss what's going on. But yeah, no, totally. Yeah, that's yeah. I heard that. I gave it was Adam is blushing. Am I blushing, Red? Really? I am. Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Nothing makes me blush. Kinky means using a chicken feather. Perverted means kinky means using a chicken feather. Perverted means using the whole chicken. No, exactly. God. Or the whole gerbil. You know what I mean? Not just the tail. Whatever that means. They used to treat syphilis with mercury. It was risky, of course, because both can kill you.
They tried to.
I heard something about that, at some point, yeah. What happened to Tony's wife and kid, Tom Jones? Vincent died pretty early, I think, from drinking. And as far as I know, isn't Nancy still around?
Yes.
Yeah. This can't be wrong. It's only kinky the first time, guys. You're right about that. That's correct. It sure is. That's why you got to change.
Wrong. You can't be wrong.
That's why you got to change it up if you want to keep it kinky. You know what I mean? Hey, this has been fun, guys. We've had a blast here talking about the Hollywood and talking about
went by fast.
The Chicago outfit and talking about. I sure did, and we're a little overtime because we started a little late, which means that the next show, our after party, is going to start right now. So, with that said, we'll see you guys over there. Click the link in the description if you want to join us. See you in a few minutes.
Come on by.
All right, then.
This can't be wrong. Come on by.
Yeah, you guys have been fun. We'll see you there. Have a great day.